beyond drawings. What is needed actually to get rid of the drawings and the deliverables that are being produced for the shelf? Because many deliverables are being produced, they're being reissued and sent again, and only a few of them are really looked at. So what can we do to do that? And rightly, we learned yesterday that if you want to do that, you need to do it not only with the EPC, because the EPC on its own has no power to actually push this. You have to get the owner on board, and you have to get the regulators on board, and you have to get the fabricators on board. And in this particular project, we do have these 4 parties. Oh, well, we don't have the regulators yet, but we do have 3 parties on board, and we're working together how we can apply new technology like the HoloLens and like the Oculus Rift and like other things to really overcome the need for the deliverables in that amount that we produce them today. I show you this little video, and you might recognize this. Some of you, I don't know how many, have seen the demo. Some of you might not, and for those who haven't, I just want to show what we do with HoloLens. Actually, it's difficult to show on stage because you would see one person walking around looking underneath things. So we captured this little video a couple of weeks ago, and it shows what we do. So this is from the view of the person that wears the HoloLens. And you can see we just extracted the drawing, and it's actually amazingly clear how you can read this. And then we positioned the size and the model, I think scale 1:8 or something like that, on top of that, and we can see a couple of voice commands that you can use, and then we can run through the plant and see this. And this is actually, like I said, scale 1:8. We also can do this in the scale 1:1. So if we enlarge the plant to its maximum, then it's scale 1:1. If I would do this on this stage, it wouldn't fit. Could go upstairs and on the roof and see still things of this column penetrating the walls, because HoloLens would just overlay the information to the real world. So we are getting mixed reality. Now, what we want to do in this new working relationship with our customers, we are inviting customers to work with us on how we can apply this to get to a leaner process, to avoid waste, to reduce waste, and actually to build valuable applications that bring value to the customer. So this is actually what we want to do with this, and you can see how we walk through this, and at the end, I think the HoloLens flips over. So I don't have to go through this. If you haven't seen it and the devices are still around, I just welcome everybody to have a look after the session. Now, this is what it looks like if one person sees something and the others don't. This is Jeff explaining to Helmut, you should be seeing a valve or a compressor or something like this. Here is Helmut trying to reach out for a handrail or something. Can I close this? And these are just a few ideas. And they came to Helmut while he was playing around with this. And we've had very, very many good discussions with people who played around with it, saw what we are doing, and said, yeah, I can think about, can we project inspection points onto our pipeline? So while the inspector is walking through the plant, looking into a direction and has a specific task to do, we could see the inspection points. So they can overlay information from the database, from the inspection management system to the real world. That's one example. The other example is we could be looking down and see if there are subsurface pipelines. If we've got the 3D model, got the knowledge, the HoloLens knows where we are, so we could see things like that through the floor. So there are various examples, and we are talking to a lot of, to many of you who approached us and said, yeah, we've got an idea, let's work on that together. And we will do that and share the results with all of our customers. This leads me to the last slide. There's another area where we invested heavily, and that is cloud and software as a service. And this finishes my presentation. Watch out for this logo during the next presentations and see what Trond and the team will present to you. Thanks.